Happy Tuesday, TV family. We're here. We're ready to rock and roll. We're ready to say goodbye to June. Last day of the month. Year's flying by. It is a Tuesday. I'm Dan Kuntz. This is Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. 63 degrees here. In the big city, we have some cloud cover right now, but the clouds will be departing as the day progresses. Not particularly windy today. The wind will pick up again tonight. Then it'll calm down on Wednesday. Then it'll pick up again on Wednesday night. And then Thursday, we make the transition to some pretty darn nice weather. That ridge of high pressure, it's kind of been meandering off the coast, is finally going to work its way eastward and into our area, which means we're in for some pretty nice weather for the holiday weekend. A lot nicer than about 160 million people in the Midwest and in the East who are just going to be baking under not only hot temperatures, but humidity like sky high, that sticky kind of heat. We got it nice here. So right in that little sweet spot of Mother Nature's weather. We'll have that for you. We'll have some news, of course. Mariners won. Yay! Beat the Angels 6-2. Did so rather convincingly. We'll have highlights of that. Apple Sox had yesterday off. They have some non-league games. The Dub C Fish Sticks come to town for a couple of games, of course, and they have the big fireworks show. There's fireworks, of course, scheduled all over the area for the holiday weekend. And World Cup action, too. Two of the big ones, two of the favorites, Germany and the Netherlands, are done. We'll have that. Two things to show for you in the back half of the program. My buddy Russ Allman from the Foothills Community Center sent me a really cool video, very informative. He had a chance to sit down with Kathy Melton. She's a customer service analyst. I don't know what that means either. For the Chelan County PUD. They got a pretty good discount program going on. They've always had these kinds of things happening, but they branched it out. You're going to learn a lot with Russ and Kathy Melton. And then a video I've been sitting on for a while, trying to find the best time to air it, and I figured why not today. It's a really good video about the importance of Pangbourne Memorial Airport. It was done at the behest of the Chelan Douglas Regional Port Authority. It's a good video, too. You're going to recognize most of the people in it. Let's take our tour. At 2 minutes after the hour on this Tuesday morning, here's what we're looking at. There is the valley. Again, we have some clouds. They will be eventually moving on out of here. It'll be pretty sunny by about noon today. It took a little while for the sun to come out. And speaking of yesterday, we only got to 78, 4 degrees below normal. We're in a little bit of a cool stretch right now in the Wenatchee Valley and the north central Washington area. But we still have sunset after 9 o'clock, 9:01. 15 hours and 54 minutes of daylight. Up to Nanapock Ridge, just a little bit of snow way off into the distance. And that's about it. We're going to talk about the snowpack or lack thereof when we get to the news, but that's a very bucolic scene there from the Lake Wenatchee area. I wonder how the mosquitoes are this time of the year. Camera 3 on our tour takes us to Lake Chelan. Looks like the bathtub is all the way full, and that is from the Bear Mountain camera, looking out towards the greater Manson area and heading on up to Lucerne and eventually Stehekin. They still got a lot of logs floating around Lake Chelan. Yeah, that would be a boating hazard. You don't want to hit a log with a boat or a jet ski. And camera number 4, good old Arundel Rock. Hello, Turtle Rock. It's right smack dab in the middle of your screen and off into the distance. Mission Ridge. You can see a little bit of Rocky Ridge Dam. Not too much, but a nice view there from Lake Antioch. That's good stuff. I like it. One slide, I believe, to show for you. Did we get that? Yep, there you go. We do this on Tuesdays. Try to remember to do it on Tuesdays. If we have the time, we do it. Your 6 to 10 day temperature and precipitation outlook. This starts on Sunday, July 5th. Takes us through Thursday of next week. And as you can see on the left-hand side, slightly above normal temperatures. That's what we're leaning towards anyway. And about normal precipitation, which for July means pretty much nothing unless we get some pop-up rogue thunderstorms. So it looks like it's going to be warm and dry to welcome July. And it is. From Colonial Vista Senior Living in Wenatchee, it's where comfort, care, and community come together. The clouds are here now. They're not going to last much longer. We'll get up to about 79 degrees. Not a lot of wind today. Really not much at all to talk about. A little breezy tonight. Pressure gradients are going to tighten up a little bit. We'll get down to 55 for the overnight low. That's below normal. Just like today, lots of sunshine Wednesday. In fact, we'll see even more sunshine Wednesday. We're not expecting any real morning clouds tomorrow. And we'll top off to about 80 degrees, and then we get breezy again Wednesday night. So we are going to have some wind, but it's going to be in the evening hours. 55 for the overnight low on Wednesday. Thursday, sunshine, again about 80. It'll take us a little while to warm up, and then that ridge of high pressure begins to move in during the day. Thursday, it'll be here by Friday. How about 83 and sunshine on Friday for Independence Day, 88. Lots of sunshine, very little wind, so we don't have to worry about fireworks getting out of control. And then to 89 on Sunday and 91 on Monday. That is outside of the cooler than normal temperatures for the next 3 days. That's July weather. Spot on, because tomorrow is July, according to my calendar, and I just put batteries in it. Going to take a break and come back with your headlines on this Tuesday. You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether,
we provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
The Surf and Slide Water Park is open from Memorial Day through Labor Day. Surf and Slide is located in the heart of Central Washington in Moses Lake with activities for all ages and abilities. Check out Surf and Slide's Flow Rider Surfing Simulator, Lazy River, 2 200-foot water slides, tube slides, and diving boards. Our children's area includes a Treasure Island water structure, splash pad, and baby octopus slide. For season passes, visit us online or find Surf and Slide on Facebook.
Fibercrete fireproof safety rooms can be the difference between life and death for you and your family. Typical fireproof safety rooms are 8x8 Fibercrete panels providing a solid sanctuary. Fibercrete safety rooms can be above ground, buried underground, or built within new home construction. Best of all, a safety room by Fibercrete is very affordable. Call 360-770-2088. You owe it to your family to find out more about Fibercrete safety rooms.
It's overcast right now, 63 degrees. The clouds aren't going to last very long. We'll see sunshine for most of the day today. A little on the cool side for this time of the year. We'll be in the upper 70s. Breezy conditions on tonight, and then on Wednesday night. Then we're pretty much done with the wind by Thursday, and sunny and warm and quite pleasant for the holiday weekend. It's 8 minutes after the hour. Speaking of the holiday weekend, here we go. Chelan County Sheriff's Office and the Washington State Patrol. They're planning extra emphasis patrols for the holiday weekend. In fact, all weekend, the Sheriff's Office is participating in what's called Operation Dry Water. That's a nationwide campaign on boating under the influence. You're not supposed to do that. Marine Patrol Officer Nigel Hunter told us that the campaign makes people aware of staying hydrated with water and ensuring there is a responsible operator on the vessel. The State Patrol will be conducting emphasis patrols too over the weekend. Trooper Jeremy Weber says it's best to pre-plan your weekend and choose a designated driver, and if you've had too much to drink, don't go anywhere. Makes sense to me. Speaking of driving, speeding drivers caught by work zone speed cameras are now going to have to pay a $125 fine for a first-time infraction. That starts tomorrow. Last spring, the Work Zone Speed Camera Program mounted cameras on trailers statewide in active work zones on area highways. The cameras take images of a speeding vehicle, its license plate, and they provide data like speed, location, the date, and the time. The Washington State Department of Transportation says the cameras have been used 900 times at about 50 job sites, and 85,000 speed camera infractions have been issued since April of last year. The state legislature voted last year for first-time infractions to be increased from nothing to $125, and that begins tomorrow. All subsequent infractions remain at $248. Well, we're now in our 7th year of drought out of the last 10 years, and despite the fact that our average precipitation from October through May has been about where it should be, but state climatologist says, well, we don't have any snowpack left because of December's historic rainfall, which flooded rivers in Chelan County and throughout the state and just really did a number on the snowpack in the higher elevations. And the snowpack is a lot lower than it should be, and it's still melting.
This is for the entire state of Washington. The blue line on here represents 2015. The black represents this current year. We have been below the median value, which is the green line, the entire season statewide, and for basically all our snow-tell stations, except for a few in the North Cascades. Right now, we are approaching meltout in all locations, except for those highest and most northern stations. That's the trend we're looking at right now. So currently, as far as SWE, we are above 2015, but not much, and we are still well below the median value as we approach the typical meltout date for the state of Washington, which is July 1. If you've been around through the Cascades at all this early or late spring and into early summer, you know that there's quite a bit of our territory that has melted out, and there's no snow to be spoken of.
Campfires are now banned in all portions of the North Cascades National Park Service Complex. Obviously, human-caused wildfires, we don't want that during the drought. The campfire ban began yesterday. It includes wood fires, briquettes, and any fuel in fire pits, fire pans, and barbecue grills. Last week, 4 lightning-caused wildfires were observed in the North Cascades National Park Service Complex, each located north of Little Beaver Creek and west of Ross Lake. The National Park Service says there are no new closures or evacuations in place for those fires. All visitor centers, campgrounds, and trails are currently open to the public. Let's hope it stays that way. An East Wenatchee law firm has won a $160,000 settlement from the Washington Department of Licensing over its handling of public records. Law partners Jeremy Burke and John Brangwin sued the licensing agency on behalf of a fellow attorney in the Tri-Cities who filed a records request relating to a court case and got only a portion of the documents he was entitled to. So Burke filed suit against the DOL in Benton County last year, and the agency twice produced records that it had withheld in the original document request. The case is likely to go to trial, or was anyway, and then the Department of Licensing agreed to settle the case, so it's a done deal. This year marks the 30th non-consecutive year of Leavenworth Summer Theater performing The Sound of Music on its outdoor stage at the Leavenworth Ski Hill. The classic musical is now in rehearsal. It opens this weekend. Veterans of the cast and veterans of the crew plan a big reunion to celebrate this, but The Sound of Music Under the Stars wasn't a sure thing. At first, Leavenworth Summer Theater co-founders John and Susan Wagner says it was an uphill battle to get the production into a mainstay of Leavenworth's performance season. I think we have that story.
I think Sound of Music had always been on the table, but I thought we were done. I mean, that first year one night we had 4 people show up, and we did the show for them. And so I just thought didn't work out. It was just a good idea that didn't work. And I said, and Bill still wanted to, I said, you want to do it? He had lost $22,000.
Also, 1994 was the year of the big fires. Yeah. So that was also a huge factor.
I disagree. Yeah. I mean, we were already having tiny audiences by then. That's true. And we were paying people by the show. So we actually lost less money because we closed down for the fires. So. But it did give us a lot of public sympathy having been here, so that counted for something. I thought we were done. And Bill had lost $22,000. I said, I'll pay you back when I can. And he said, let's do it again. I said, I'll lose more money if you want to, but So we knew we couldn't go indoors at the middle school again because it was too hot. I had never done outdoor theater. All my summer stock experience was indoors. So that was a whole nother learning curve with bringing in light poles and electricity and seats and all that stuff. But there was a stage that was made available to us by a local Upper Valley Arts group out at the hatchery. And so that was the only place. So.
And that was the place you did it?
That was the first Sound of Music, just 1 year.
95. No, in 95.
Was it 2 years?
95, 96, and 97, we did it at the hatchery.
3 years.
97 was our first year here, but we did Joseph and the Amazing Dreamcoat up here just to test out the site.
Right.
So it was a perfect cast and the perfect director. It was just everything. Susan was in the cast. We'll interview in a minute. And just a great
Susan
cast.
Gapsch, wonderful Mother Abbess.
Yeah. Great cast, great director, great kids in the cast. Just everything clicked, except the costumer had a nervous breakdown that we didn't know about 3 weeks before the show, and so we had no costumes, and so all the moms of the kids in the cast and stuff kind of pitched in, and it's like a miracle, got it together.
So this summer, we've got a great lineup of shows. It's like building a gift basket. I always tell people when I'm putting together a season, choosing the shows where it's a nice balance and there's something for everyone. So of course, we've got the 30th anniversary of The Sound of Music this summer, and that will open first. So that opens July 3rd, and then we'll run all through the summer. And then a couple of weeks later, we'll open Anything Goes, which is a Cole Porter, jazz age, glitzy classic. It happens on an ocean liner, ridiculously funny, farcical, slamming doors, one of those fun shows. You can bring the whole family. And then we're going to close out our season up here with Bright Star, which is a new show for us. We're really excited about it. It's a bluegrass musical, and the music was written by Steve Martin and Edie Brickell. And yes, that's Steve Martin. And it's just these soaring pieces of music. It's just beautiful. We'll have a live bluegrass band participating with them. And it's just going to be a really, really great summer.
Yeah, I mean, when I first started with this, I didn't feel like I was old enough to play the Mother Abbess because I was only 32, and now I have reached the age that I am definitely old enough to play this character. But, that's what Henry Haddock, the original director, said. That's what costume and makeup is for. This has been like my summer family, and it's just lovely. I have lifelong friends from this experience up here, but it's always fun to have a new challenge with a new Maria and a new set of nuns, and new, whatever the sets changed or the costumes have changed for the kids, or it's just a lot of fun to watch a lot of the college kids come through that are doing theater majors, and then watch them succeed and come through on Broadway tours or be up on the big screen and go, wow, I braided her hair when she was Brigida. So that has just been super fun to watch the progress, and there's always a new challenge for this role. And it's just such a beautiful story. I mean, the storytelling is just phenomenal, and this is the perfect setting for this show.
And you were in the loop on this Tuesday. We'll be right back at it again, and by we, I mean other people, putting the news together tonight so you can stay in the loop. It'll be on television, or as we like to say in the business, TV. A little shop talk for you there. At 5 o'clock, 5:30, 6 o'clock, 6:30, on again at 10. That doesn't work into your schedule. All you got to do is point and click. Starting at 5 o'clock, it'll be posted. The news will on our YouTube page. We'll put a link in our Facebook page, and if you have Roku, we're on that. If you have the Apple TV Plus thing, the stuff's down there. You know what it is. You got a news tip? Send us an email, news@ncwlife.com. The Mariners are back home trying to right the ship, and they started out pretty good. Nice victory over the Angels. Highlights for next year. Watch you wake up at Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
The Wenatchee Apple Sox's 2026 season is off and running.
Swing and a fly ball deep right field. Kainoa Santiago.
The Sox return to Wenatchee at the end of June and beginning of July. The Apple Sox will first face off against Dub C for a 2-game series, and then welcome the Edmonton Riverhawks for 4th of July weekend. On July 3rd, Wenatchee will have a post-game fireworks show that you won't want to miss. So spend your summer here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium to create some lasting summer memories. Apple Sox baseball, it's harvest time.
At Colonial Vista Senior Living, we believe life is meant to be lived fully. Our wellness programs inspire residents to stay strong, flexible, and confident every day. Here, curiosity is encouraged, friendships are nurtured, and every activity is an opportunity to connect, create, and enjoy life together. We invite you to experience the lifestyle at Colonial Vista Senior Living for yourself and discover why so many call our community home.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
"21 minutes after the hour, Cole Young hit a home run, then he hit another home run. Dominic Canzone hit a home run. George Kirby looked really good. He had all those elements up, and it was a nice little 6-2 come-from-behind victory for the Mariners over the Angels last night at T-Mobile Park. So the Mariners are back up to the 500 mark, and they stay a half game behind the Rangers for first place in the AL West.
Denzer Guzman is at the plate with Neto at second base, and he grounds one to the right side off Naylor's glove into right field. Zach Neto comes home, and the Angels waste no time. They have a 1-0 lead, 2 batters in.
And what you were watching there, and this is a kid hitting the baseball. Denzer Guzman, he was trying to hit the ball to the right side of the infield.
2 out, nobody on. Here's Neto, lifts one out toward left. This is deep. Arozarena back out near the wall, and Zach Neto says goodbye.
Oh, yes. We said he'd get him in the pregame show, and he got him. Jumping on the first pitch. This time, though, a sweeper. He is a thing of beauty. Speaking of thing of beauty, how about that swing? A double and a home run already. 2 runs scored and an RBI for Mac Neto.
Let's try to figure out what's that philosophy. This ball is really shot deep. Center field. Wow, that's a big-time home run. Cole Young. How about straightaway center field to get the Mariners on the board? I remember talking to Cole Young coming out of that tough month of May. He just tried to key in on backspinning balls to right center field. See this 104 off the bat. Crushes the 8th run. And on that 2-out error. A little loop inside out and a base hit. Randy scores. Throw coming home. Naylor is safe at the plate. Cal Raleigh delivers, and the Mariners have taken the lead. It's a 1-run game right now. Oh, this ball is really tagged way out of here. Dom Canzone. That might have left a mark. What a blast. He just continues to tear it up in the month of June. This ball flagged down, sliding stop. JP on a bounce. Naylor right there. Nice horse, JP Crawford. He just absolutely obliterates this. It hits off the scoreboard. Multi-homer game, Cole Young. First career multi-homer game for Cole Young. Yeah, just ambushing that first pitch. Wow. On the ground, a little flip. Young on to first, in time, ball game. And the Mariners win it tonight. They take the opening game with a homestand.
Good way to start the homestand tonight. Really good ball game from top to bottom. Quick wins are always good ones. And, what George did on the hill tonight was pretty special. 8 innings. He threw a spun a gem against them last year as well. But another one tonight, giving up a run there in the first. And then another one, I think it was in the third to Neto. But then after that, it was just, kind of lights out. I was impressed by how he came back and shut it down after they scored a couple and just, great work on his part. And then, we got the lead and it was just straight shutdown after that and getting us all the way to the 8th, which was huge. And, turning it over to Chucky there who, got the double play there to end it. So really nice job on the mound tonight. And then I thought offensively, we talked about getting our chances and getting them in and using middle of the field, using the other way. And Cal putting us ahead, I think, was huge. And they gave us an extra out there in that inning, and those are always big. And to take advantage of that, to get the lead back was big. Cole Young, obviously, seeing the ball extremely well. Those swings he put on both of those were really, really nice swings. Again, got pitches he could handle, got the head out, and really drove them. And then Dom again, left on left. One of Cole's left on left. Just really good at bats there. Again, getting pitches they can handle, getting them out front, and driving them out of the ballpark. And a little bit of everything tonight. Some good defense. JP I thought made a really nice play at third base. A couple of nice double plays. So, again, these are the things you love to see and can see on a consistent basis. And tonight was a good way to get this started.
See if we can do it again. Game 2 is tonight of the 3-game series, 6:40. Brian Wu, by the way, scheduled to take the hill for the M's. It's a good thing the Mariners won because the team that they're chasing is only a half-game lead. The Rangers, they won 2. They beat the Guardians 6-3. They doubled up on them. Astros lost to the Twins 5-4. Houston falls 2 games out of first place. The Athletics fall 3 games out of first place. They got wiped out by the Dodgers last night, 9-4. Didn't see this one coming. 2 of the favorites in the World Cup are out. Germany and the Netherlands. What the heck happened here? First of all, Brazil scored in extra time to get by Japan 2-1. Paraguay and Germany, they couldn't get it settled even after the 30-minute overtime, so they went to penalty kicks, and Paraguay beats Germany on penalty kicks to move on, and Morocco scored at the very last minute to force overtime. They went to penalty kicks, and Morocco upsets the Netherlands. They were 3 very entertaining soccer matches, and here we go again today. Here's your schedule. It starts at 10 o'clock this morning in Dallas. It'll be the Ivory Coast taking on Norway. That'll be on Fox. All the games will be on Fox. 4 hours later at 2 o'clock, France will take on Sweden. That will be at New York, New Jersey. It's in New Jersey. And then in Mexico City, best of luck to Ecuador, because I don't think Mexico is going to lose on their home pitch. That's at 6 o'clock tonight on Fox. And Landon White of the Wenatchee Apple Sox, the WCL Player of the Week for last week, and he deserved it. He had a heck of a week. Of course, Wenatchee won the WCL first half title in the North. White batted .545. That's crazy. He walked 6 times. He had 3 doubles. He drove in 7. He scored 9 runs. He also had a homer. The Sox, by the way, step away from league play tonight with the first of 2 against the Dub C Fish Sticks. First pitch tonight at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium is set for 6:35. And those were just some of the games that people are playing. If you're watching this show in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, happy Independence Day. I was going to do some research to find out what country you got your independence from, or what kingdom or empire, and I just didn't have the time. It's also Social Media Day. I don't do that, so you can celebrate it. I'm going to pass on that. But today is the anniversary of one of the biggest phenomenons that ever happened, the Tunguska event way back in 1908. So today is International Asteroid Day. That looks ominous. Reminds me of the movie Meteor back in 1979. It was on this day, June 30th, 1908. We'll get to that today in history. The holiday was created by the late Stephen Hawking and Brian May, the guitarist of Queen. Fun facts about asteroids. Asteroids, some of them have little particles that actually orbit them like moons. That's kind of cool. Of course, it's thought, anyway, it's believed that asteroids killed off the dinosaurs. I kind of believe in that. Asteroids can raise in size from about the size of a marble to hundreds of miles in diameter. The asteroid belt has anywhere from 1.1 to 1.9 million asteroids that are larger than half a mile. That's pretty big. And if you want to really get into things, you can watch the movie Meteor, if you can find it, or Night of the Comet, Armageddon, Deep Impact. If you want to watch that kind of stuff, they're up there. Just a heads up on that. Today in history, the book was called The Jungle by Upton Sinclair. He went undercover and went around all the meatpacking organizations in Chicago and said, This sucks. It was just the most disgusting, unscrupulous, unsanitary thing ever. And the American people read the jungle. And as Upton Sinclair said, I aimed for their heart and I ended up hitting their stomach. And everybody went, we need to do something about this. And because of that book, the Food and Drug Administration is launched. It was actually called Congress passes the Meat Inspection Act and Pure Food and Drug Act, which means that we now have the Food and Drug Administration, which means that if you go to the grocery store and buy something, it probably won't make you sick or kill you. There are a lot of countries that don't have any food safety whatsoever. You're taking your chances in eating and drinking in some countries, but we got it thanks to the fact that Upton Sinclair said, you know, these meatpacking places in Chicago, you're probably eating a small piece of rat. Yeah, it worked. It's a pretty good book, too, I might add. We talked about the Tunguska event. It was on this date 118 years ago today. They think it was an asteroid or a meteor, about 328 feet in diameter. If you're going to have an impact event on this planet, you can't think of a better location than eastern Siberia. I mean, it was literally out in the middle of nowhere. They didn't even go to even examine what the heck happened for about a year, but eastern Siberia, nobody lived there. Probably killed a bunch of animals, and that was about it. 80 million trees flattened, 830 square miles. They think it was a meteor that exploded before it hit the Earth, and it was the airburst from that meteor that caused the famous Tunguska event. And again, if you're going to have something or an airburst strike our planet, you'd want to have it somewhere in eastern Siberia. Happy birthday to the Corvette. 73 years ago today, the very first Corvette rolls off the assembly line at Flint, Michigan. It was called Project Opal, but then when it came time to name the actual car, the board at Chevrolet said that doesn't work. So one of the PR executives at Chevrolet, a guy by the name of Myron Scott, grabbed a dictionary and just went down until he found the word Corvette, whose definition is a small, fast boat that's easily maneuverable, and said, Corvette, better name than Opal. And it was. The original 1953 Corvettes could go from 0 to 60 in 11 seconds. That was really fast. Back in 1953, sticker price for a 1953 Corvette, $3,498. If you can find a 1953 Corvette in running order, it'll run you over $1 million. For you Corvette lovers out there, today's your day. It rolled off the assembly line for the first time on this date in 1953. Let's do birthdays. If you're looking for a boat at the bottom of the ocean or a lake, you want to give this guy a call. He'll find it for you. Robert Ballard. You know this guy, the oceanographer. Well, he found the Titanic. Pretty good. People were looking for it for decades. He found it back in 1985. And then he found the Bismarck 4 years later. And then he found the Yorktown in 1998. He even found JFK's PT-109, which wasn't a very big boat, but he even found that in 2002. So if you're out and about and your boat sinks, give Bob a call. He might be able to help you out. He's 84 years old today. For about 4 years in the late 80s, early 90s, this man was the baddest dude on the planet. Iron Mike Tyson, the undisputed heavyweight champion from 1987 until February of 1990, when in Tokyo, he got into the ring with Buster Douglas, and Buster Douglas knocked him out in one of the biggest upsets in sports history. Mike Tyson is 60 years old today, and speaking of legendary athletes, the most decorated, the most successful Olympic athlete ever. It's not even close. Michael Phelps is 41 years old today. He's won 28 Olympic medals, 23 of them gold, 16 individual medals. Nobody's ever going to break that. I mean, who's kidding who? Michael Phelps is 41 years old today. Happy birthday to Michael. What do you do with all those medals, by the way? Show them off, I suppose. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. For heat and air, call Alpine Air. They are our platinum sponsor. We'd have nice, temperate, cool, sublorious weather for the next few days, and it's going to get hot again. So one more last little idea. If your HVAC system just isn't cutting it anymore, your first call should always be to Alpine Air. Mike Magnotti's got an opinion. This ought to be pretty good. And then two videos we're going to show for you. One of them is a video that Russ Allman sent me from the Foothills Community Center. Great conversation with Kathy Melton from the Chelan County PUD. May save you some money on your power bill. And then a really cool video supplied to us by the Chelan Douglas Regional Port Authority about the importance of Pangbourne Memorial Airport. And it's very important to our local economy. Both videos coming up. You're watching Wake Up at Wenatchee Valley on the NCW Life channel.
NCW Life Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCW Life would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCW Life. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCW Life channel.
This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, my wife, Rosie, and I have a really successful marriage. We still like each other, and we've learned to accept each other, and quite frankly, for me at least, there's no one I'd rather go to the movies with, go on a drive with, generally just do life with. So someone asked me once if there was any issue with me that I continue to be irritated with Rosie about, and I said, yes, honestly, there is one. For the past 47 years, she corrects just about everything I say. Rosie then just said 48 years. This is Mike Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion. She.
Whether you're building from the ground up or transforming your space with a custom remodel, One Way Construction is your trusted partner in creating a home that's uniquely yours. Your dream home is just a call away. Schedule your free consultation, and let's build something amazing together.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
A new video game, a movie, dinner with friends. There are a lot of things worth saving up for.
Vapes aren't cheap, and buying pods over and over can stop you from affording things you want more. When it comes to your money, choose what matters. Choose you.
When life gets stressful, jumping into your passions can help you find your calm. Avoid vapes, which contain nicotine and can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
Hi, this is Russ Allman, Communications Director with the Foothills Community Center, and I'm with Kathy Moulton. And your position at the Chelan PUD is?
I'm a Customer Service Program Analyst.
Okay. And we wanted to talk today about the new assistance program that the PUD has, because it's a pretty significant change from their previous programs. So why don't you tell me a little bit about how the programs were structured in the past and how this new program replaces the old programs?
Sure. So previously we had a discount program that was available to low-income senior or low-income disabled customers, and had fairly low income thresholds that stayed static, so they didn't fluctuate based on number of the households. But it did give them an opportunity to have a little bit of savings on their utility bills. Right now, or previously, the fixed amounts ranged from $11 a month to $13. So we saw an opportunity to do a little bit more. As we all know, costs are increasing for everyone out there, from living expenses, fuel, you name it. And so we're all feeling that pinch. We saw an opportunity to expand on this. And so we have changed the structure of our bill assistance program. Now it's open to any household. And it's a 25% discount that's applicable to those utility bills.
Pretty significant.
It is, yes.
And now, who qualifies under the new program?
So any household can apply, and they can check and see if their income thresholds would be available to them now through our website. So we no longer have any of those other restrictions on there.
And I think I read it's 200% of the federal poverty.
Correct. Yeah. So it's the greater of 80% area median income or 200% federal poverty levels. For a lot of people, those numbers, it's not going to mean anything. And so that's why we have a table that's out on our website so that they can go and see, okay, we've got 2 individuals that live in this household. What would their maximum income threshold be to qualify?
Right. And I noticed, I read the press release on the website. So the new program you applied through the Promise program. Could you explain what that is?
Yeah, so we've partnered with Promise. They're a great partner to work through this project with. A lot of people are going to receive a text message from Promise encouraging them to go to a secure portal where they can answer a few questions, and most people will get an answer right away on whether they qualify or not. Some may have to submit additional documentation. It just depends on the information that they provide. It's all through online at this point. But there is also an opportunity for people that don't have access to internet or not tech savvy, or also just want some assistance with that. They can go down and complete the online application at Community Action.
And just to clarify, I guess, so Promise is an organization that works with is it nonprofits or government organizations?
They work nationwide, and so they specialize in making sure that any of the emergency recovery funds that get out there, FEMA, things like that. But they've also worked directly with Washington State Department of Commerce. In 2024, they were the selected vendor to make sure to distribute funds available with that Washington Families Clean Energy Credit program that came out then.
Okay. Are there any other maybe details about the program that that you'd like to share?
Yeah, definitely. I would encourage people, if you've applied for our discount programs in the past and were denied, apply again, because we have really changed the structure of the program, and many more households will be eligible for this program now, even if they weren't in the past. But one other element I would stress is that people, please do not share sensitive information through an email, because our program will not ask for that. They need to make sure that they're very safe. If they ever question an email or a text that they've received, I would urge them to be cautious of that and call us. Verify that what they're receiving is legitimate before they click on anything as well.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point.
Yes.
There are a lot of utility scams out there that pretend to be utility companies.
Right.
You know, and yeah, I know people who've gotten the calls. And,
Yep.
you know, so I mean, if you're ever in doubt about who you're getting communication from,
check first.
Call directly and ask.
Yeah. We don't want those bad actors to ruin this for many. So yeah, we want to be very safe. We're available here. We just want to help and provide that assistance.
So, because a large part of our audience is senior, 55 and over population, how do you think specifically this is going to affect them, this change in the availability of the program?
Well, if they were currently on our old program, they automatically rolled over to this new program. So they don't have to do anything at this point. They're going to continue receiving a discount. And with this new elevated amount, it's going to be a better discount, which is great. But it is going to open it up to people who would not have previously been eligible for it. For example, the old program, it didn't matter how many people lived in your home, but the cap on the income, you couldn't earn over $48,000 a year. As it stands now, if there's 2 individuals living in that home, your maximum income threshold is just below $65,000. So it did increase substantially. That's why I encourage people, apply now.
All right. Yeah. So for the 55 and over population, there are a lot of people that maybe just assumed that they wouldn't qualify for a discount.
Exactly.
And you're just encouraging, apply.
Exactly. Yeah. The program is entirely through PUD. And so it is not tied to any other governmental programs or anything like that. This is entirely our program that we are funding here through Chelan County PUD.
This is the advantage of having a public utility.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Well, there's also opportunities if they want to save a little bit on those utility bills. We might also have some conservation programs that they would be interested in as well to conserve that energy or water and things like that. So there's a ton of information on our website. The direct link that they can go to is chelanpud.org/discounts, and that will take them directly to the page to be able to apply online or get some information.
I think I'll add, we switched to a hybrid water heater about 10 years ago, and it's been fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, because they're huge. It's like a 75-gallon. We never, ever run out of hot water, like ever.
Yeah. It's amazing.
And they're cheap to run. And, they're more expensive to buy, but with the rebate, they end up costing about the same as just buying a regular water heater. So it's definitely worth it in the long run.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's our Customer Energy Solutions group. They're wonderful. And so they can also kind of guide customers along for those opportunities where.
So they can do an audit for you.
Exactly. Yeah. Take advantage of it.
Yeah. It's another way to save money off.
Yes. Yep.
Well, thank you for taking the time today to
Thank you.
talk with me about the new program.
Yeah, of course. Anytime.
All right.
Okay.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa is having their biggest sale on swim spas and hot tubs. With the biggest deals of the year, save up to $6,000 on a swim spa or up to $5,000 on a hot tub. Did you know hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis? Blue Lagoon enjoys helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Let the experts at Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa handle the installation and regular maintenance. Relax, knowing you're in great hands with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa. Give us a call today.
When life gets stressful, reaching for a vape might seem like a quick fix, but vaping can actually make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. Each time you vape, Nicotine tricks your brain into feeling rewarded. And the more you vape, the more nicotine receptors your brain creates. Over time, your body needs more and more nicotine to feel good. And when you can't get enough, you can experience withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, mood swings, and depression. Learn more at chooseyouwa.org.
You know, almost all economic development in a community occurs within 30 miles of an airport. And so Pangbourne supports all those businesses within that 30-mile radius and more.
If you look statistically across the country, communities that have commercial service airports, those economies thrive, and it's a direct result of what airports bring to the table and the services that they can offer.
I think it helps business leaders like us because we've got the ability to get out to projects and job sites or meet with clients, you know, easily without having to drive to SeaTac or Spokane. So it's a very nice asset to have in the community.
And Pangbourne itself has businesses on the airport, supports staff, employees for TSA, for the airlines, for FedEx, UPS, other freight.
In 2023, I think we had about over 600,000 pounds of cargo flying in and out of the airport. You want something overnight, that's how you're getting it here. And so businesses that rely on that overnight service, we need that connection to the airspace, and the airport provides that.
We have the National Guard at Pangbourne with, I can't remember how many, I think once a month about 140 guardsmen come in and are in our communities, at our restaurants and in our hotels. We have firefighting operations that run out of the airport. The huge super tankers that have been helping us with fires this season and have been the subject of so much social media are based out of Pangbourne. Pangbourne's a pretty thriving business opportunity.
The airport is an economic driver for the jobs that it creates because the projects that we do out here, we are in the middle of a hangar project that we're constructing new hangars. That provides jobs to contractors. The airport itself and what it does in operating on a day-to-day basis, we provide fuel to aircraft that come in and out. Those are jobs that are created. The airline, the TSA, car rental companies, the cafe that's located here, those are all service providers, as well as the air ambulance and other business aircraft that operate from here.
Being here at Pangbourne is amazing because as we look at our coverage across eastern Washington and even into western Washington, we can cover 90% of the state with a 20-minute response time. And not only is that just from a response time piece, but we're bringing the UW medicine trained flight nurses to the bedside. So 20 minutes, you can have 2 trained UW medicine flight nurses at a scene of an accident or at a hospital.
When my daughter was young, she had to be airlifted over to Children's Hospital. And so to be transported here by ambulance to the airport, to be transferred over to Children's in Seattle, it certainly was a relief to know that we were going to get there on time instead of having to make a long trip in winter weather and drive over the pass with a critically injured child. So services like that make you appreciate what we have here. So I can see the value, and beyond just hopping on an airplane for vacation, there's essential services that are really important.
This location is very prime as a centralized asset or a centralized location for emergency responses, for DNR working with fire, along with mountain rescue and kind of medevac operations central to the state of Washington, specifically for air assets. And working out of a civilian airport, it's a lot easier to corroborate with the different entities like DNR and Airlift Northwest that's on this side versus a big military base, which is a huge benefit being with Pangbourne.
Over the last couple of years, we've had a couple of CL-415s, commonly referred to as Super Scoopers, that have been based here at the airport with us. They're a great asset to have here at Pangbourne. Outside of their quick response time, their ability to scoop right out of the river and drop water on any fire here within a short distance to the community, and being so centrally located in the state, if need be, they can be dispatched just about anywhere in a moment's notice.
This is just close. You're just close. When you take off from here, and with those scooper planes, they can be, just minutes away from a fire. And like I said, if you have the mentality to jump on a fire quickly, and you have some smoke jumpers or repellers that get down on the ground and make some detail things that can be really advantageous at the start, and have a few water drops, you can do things pretty fast. And that's one of the things that Pangbourne can do, because we're right here.
Chelan PUD works hard year-round to reduce fire risk and provide dependable service for our customers. But when extreme fire weather is forecasted, we may resort to a public safety power shutoff, turning off power to a specific area in order to prevent fire. In this rare event, we'll keep you informed before, during, and after the shutoff. To stay prepared and check if you're in a PSPS zone, visit chelanpud.org/PSPS.
Your favorite local channel is now available for free on your smart TV and connected streaming devices. Watch live programming and catch up with the latest shows on demand. See the local stories that matter to you. NCW Life, now on Roku, Fire TV, and Apple TV.
All right, before we send you on your way on this last day of June, a friendly reminder, my live read for Pool to Spa Services Upgrade Relaxation. And who doesn't want to do that with a Bullfrog Spa from Pool to Spa Services featuring the exclusive Jetpack Therapy System. Sounds good to me. So that means personalized comfort in every seat. And who doesn't want that? Visit Pool to Spa Services on Worthing Street, Wenatchee, and check it out for yourself. Quick look from the Climate Prediction Center. We did this at the top of the show. We do this on Tuesdays, if we remember to do it on Tuesdays. This takes us from Sunday, July 5th, all the way through next Thursday. So the Climate Prediction Center, the long-term forecast folks, and they do their job pretty good, says we're going to be about normal temperature-wise and about normal precipitation-wise. So basically sunny and hot, which is what we get come July. Normal precipitation in July means basically close to nothing, unless we get the occasional pop-up thunderstorm. All right, here we go in detail. Your all-important forecast. A lot of people will be taking some serious time off here over the next few days. Not bad at all. Lots of sunshine today. Clouds are already beginning to thin out. That's good, as promised. We'll top off at 59. Not a lot of wind today. Wind will pick up in intensity tonight, however, 55 for the overnight low. Lots of sunshine all day Wednesday. We won't have those morning clouds. It'll be very pleasant. We'll top off at about 80, which is actually a little bit below normal. Winds pick up again on Wednesday night. Overnight low of about 55. Now by Thursday, that ridge of high pressure is going to start moving in. By Friday, it'll be here, and nothing wrong with the holiday weekend at all for Mother Nature. Provided the show isn't canceled, I'll see you next month. Bye-bye.